Greetings and hello. Today I'm going to be showing you my drone footage that I got at my mom and dad's house, and I'm going to be watching over in this monitor. That's why I'll be staring this direction. I guess I'll just remove myself completely and just have the audio playing in the background because you can see more. I guess it's not even matter what direction I'm facing, so whatever. Here we go. Syncing up at the start. Now. So, I think I was just hovering here for a minute, and I started recording, because I figured out how to record. And this is the field to the, if you're looking at the back of my mom and dad's house, it goes to the left. That's like a mud hole I was kind of inspecting. It's in the middle of a cornfield. Me and my dad have looked for morel mushrooms up in these woods to the right here, just by going along the edge of that fence line. And there's a little house back in there. That little driveway coming out of the house, that's about where my connection goes from 5 or 4 bars down to 3 bars, and I got worried and I turned around and came back. I guess, yeah, this is the part where my connection went a bit low. So I just did a 180 and took her down a little lower. Took her a little higher. I'm just kind of experimenting, making sure all the controls are still working good with 3 bars. I should have taken it up like way higher than the trees, because usually you want to, if you want to set it to like automatically return to home, you want to have it higher than the tree line, because it doesn't have auto object to collision avoidance or whatever. So you see that barn in the background with the silo, that's just to the back corner of my mom and dad's house. Oh, I did take it over the trees here. And I wanted to see this pond that's in the field behind my mom. See, that's not my mom and dad's field. That's like some guy owns a bunch of cows. They're actually in the second part. There's some cows that I tried to spook them with the drone to see how close I could get. So I was testing it out, like if I take it looking for deer, how close can I get to deer before they get spooked? And deer are probably way more skittish than cows. But that's my mom and dad's house there, the one that's kind of L-shaped, with a little doghouse, or it looks like a doghouse, but it's like a big concrete building. And I'm sitting on the back porch. And that's another little pond I didn't know existed. I think the airport is like over in that direction right there. So as I'm going over, I start to get this warning that I'm entering like airport airspace or something. So I had to bring her back down. I had to turn around and do another 180 here in a minute. I think there's a Walmart back that direction too. You can't really see it from here. Used to be more to the, oh, there's a vehicle on the road. I didn't even notice that. The second part of the video I told you before about when I crashed it, because I wasn't even at my house. I was at this church like a mile down the road. And, oh, you can see all the neighbors. That house, 2 houses down from my mom and dad's, there was a kid that was up in a tree, like on Christmas Day. And I thought about like taking the drone like up in his tree and messing with him, but I never did. Probably would have been funny, but he might have got weird about it and called the police or something. Who knows? Yeah, so right here is about where I get this warning for the airspace warning. So you imagine if you're looking for like this alien base, like the details you're getting off these little, just like dirt trails that the cows have made and stuff. You could see like if something was continuously using a trail over and over again. Yeah, this is where I was like stopping it because I had to read the warning and see what was going on. So then I'm heading right back to my mom and dad's house. That's me on the porch down there in the center frame. I'm gliding her back in slow. I did go over that silo and take a picture of it when I was first testing it out, just to look down in it. This was like an empty silo. It's not really that big picture. It's not that big a deal. So I'm bringing it down onto myself. There's me in my yellow. That's the shirt I'm wearing right now. But there's my truck. There's my new truck that I bought. On the driveway. And there's me. And I'm bringing her in hot. And I think my dog, I put the dog in this little fenced in area at one point, and I was like messing with her. She was really freaking out. I took it down like 4 or 5 feet high, just like right in front of her. So that's my landing. Pretty smooth. And then I drove out to that church. This is like the back parking lot of this church. It's like a mile down the road. This was the next day. I'm sitting on a pile of 6x6 wood poles or beams, whatever. The cows are over in that direction. There's me. Hi, T2. And I point up and I go up. I really like the controls. It's real smooth on this thing. But if you're not paying attention, you can really smack into trees. Like if you're looking straight down and you're going forward or backwards, you're not paying attention to what's in front of you. That's kind of where I almost hit a tree when I was messing with this cow. So I did see something over there I think I wanted to check out. I wanted to see like, yeah, how high I could look up at the sky too, and like if I wanted to take it up in a tornado or something. I mean, it's not waterproof, but like if I saw some interesting clouds, like I want like low flying clouds, I wonder if I could get high enough to get up in those clouds. Actually higher than a bird flying right now. That's pretty dope. Didn't even realize that. I wonder if like a bird would attack the drone, or if I could attack a bird with the drone. I don't know. So this guy's got like some animal pens or something set up there. See, it's not illegal to fly over somebody's private property because it's airspace. I don't know what the rule is if you crashed it on their property, if you're allowed to go retrieve it or what. I know you're allowed to, like, if you kill a deer and it runs onto somebody's private property, you're allowed to retrieve the deer. But flying a drone over is kind of different. Oh, there's those cows. I thought they were in that direction, but they were more to the left. So I had to do like a 45-degree turn. These are piloting terminologies here. There's some rolled up bales of hay, I think, on those white things. They usually put covers on them to keep them getting wet. Actually, it looks smaller than those bales, so I don't know what it was. So I was like, let me see how close I can get to this cow over here, because these ones are not underneath trees. It seemed like it'd be pretty safe to like kind of hover over them. I'm still like worried about my battery. It's a fully charged battery, but it goes down pretty fast. You only get like 31 minutes of battery power, because I got to fly it another mile to my mom and dad's house, because that's the test I'm running here. I'm going to see how far I can fly it before I lose signal. So these cows don't really even... That one's looking up at it, the left one, so he knows something's going on. Look at all those cow turds. Cow patties everywhere, dude. They're just wandering in their own shit. Probably need a little bit more space to move around. I don't know if the guy has that much space on it. Yeah, they're looking at it. They notice it is there. They can hear it. If the drone is directly overhead, it wakes... You can hear it a lot better than if it's like 45 degrees away from you, like off to the side. Like once I got over to that little field next to my mom and dad's house, you couldn't even hear the thing. Unless you're like really listening for it. And then again, it's hard to see too if you're not looking for it, because it kind of blends in with the sky. It's not like a bird where it's just like solid black and flapping around and stuff. It just hovers silently. Kind of silently. It's pretty loud. So I went back over this way. I'm trying to orient myself now to figure out where that church was, because I'm a little bit lost because I didn't go the direction I originally planned to. There's the church. So I could see that there's that back driveway that goes to the back parking lot. And that shed there that I'm sitting next to. There's a... Looks like a meth trailer next to a barn with a guy's truck parked at it. He might have actually been out where he could hear that. I didn't pay attention. There's my truck again in the parking lot. There's me. And now I'm heading to my mom and dad. So it's straight across that field. That field in the background is the one I was in at the beginning of the video. So it was about a half mile, a quarter mile that first time. So now I'm going to try to go a whole mile. So probably about where that row of hay or whatever is right there. That's probably about a quarter mile. And you can see like you're traveling in the air, so it's a lot faster than if you were just like trying to walk across a field. Obviously, you're flying. There's nothing to get in your way. You don't get tired. So it's, I'd say this is about maybe a half mile here, a little past this road. And I think maybe here I dropped off to 4 bars or 3 bars. I think it was actually green until I got to about this road again. And then right around in this middle of this field is where you start getting the orange, the 3 bars of connection. So I was starting to get worried. But I was going to test it. I wanted to see if I pushed on through this field, I could just walk over to that field, find the drone and recover it. Wouldn't be that big a deal. Something like somebody's gonna be wandering through there and see it, pick it up, steal it. So I was like, let me get a little bit lower in case I do have to crash it. It won't be as much damage. So then, once I pushed past that 3 bars, which you can't see any of the HUD when you're filming, it doesn't show any of the info that's on the controller. It's kind of weird. Be nice if it had the option to turn it on or off. So that turned back into 4 bars, so it got green again. So I thought maybe it's just like a weird spot there where there's like some geomagnetic resonance or interference or whatever. But then, like the farther you go out, like here, I think it went back down to about 3. And then it went down to about 2. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting at the end of the range. So I was like, I really gotta get ready to land this thing because it's about losing connection. Of course, I am getting lower. Like if I was straight up in the air, there's my mom and dad's house again, where I was sitting before. See, I've gone up and come back down from a different altitude than where I was at before. So the top of my mom's house is about the same altitude from sea level where I started at. So it thinks that's where the ground is. So it won't go any lower. I was really high up, actually. I maybe should have tested it and make sure it still runs. But like I was trying to find a spot in between that fence and the house to land that would be in the grass. I'm looking around. If I had like a pile of leaves or hay, that would have been optimal. So then it went into automatic landing mode. Automatically, it just like centered itself. Now this part, I lost connection, so I didn't know what was happening at this point. And then it must have clipped the fence right there. Oh, and then the propeller caught. That's what it was. And then I didn't see any of this until just now. So it's laying there in like rescue mode or whatever it goes into, upside down. I had to drive all the way back and pick it up. And we'll skip through all of that. Let's see if I can figure out where I came in. Alright, there's me picking it up. Make sure everything's good. I was like, which way is the camera facing? Making sure the camera gimbal isn't like misaligned or anything. I'm like inspecting it. And then that's the end of the video. So there you go. That's T2's first drone adventure on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It is now January 8th. It took me a while to get this footage pulled, but that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.